never mind. The game just crashed and I just lost all that.
To Danny Amendola, hopeful of a return, and going for the fair catch and making it at the 11-yard line. And the official, we needed a timeout for a moment because the official was the line judge, and it was, yep, there it was. Herrera ran into him, so Bart Longson needed an extra moment, and that's why we had the officials timeout.
Had to go through the protocol over there.
Back in. Tough line judge, baby.
Didn't make him sit out of play.
Yeah. Now the Patriots from their own 10-yard line. Running back is Dion Lewis.
That'd be good.
Short drop, incomplete. For Danny Amendola, again, Brady working behind that makeshift offensive line. Billy Wynn came charging through to force it that time. Second down.
Billy Wynn is having a night here so far. Watch the quick move inside, and nobody picks him up. He just goes straight through and drives Tom Brady into the ground. Can't get the ball out any quicker than that, and he still got hit.
Second and 10 to the outside, and that's shown and intercepted, and Mike Adams will take it in for the touchdown. Mike Adams picked Brady off twice last year. And now you begin to wonder about Edelman. That's 3 times since that finger was either broken or dislocated that he's been unable to hang on to the football.
Well, and we're seeing Julian Edelman almost try and catch the ball more with his body and with an underhand catch than I can remember seeing it. Maybe he just lost a little confidence or it's hurting him, but I have never seen Julian Edelman struggle to catch the football like this. That was a perfectly thrown ball. Amazing, and this place is rocking now.
That gives the Colts the lead, so that's 3 juggled or dropped by Edelman.
How about Mike Adams? Yeah. 2 last week, he was Defensive Player of the Week and comes right back with another one here today.
12th year in the league, he's been around 4 different teams, but his first Pro Bowl last year. The extra point by Vinatieri is good, and with 11 and a half to go in the half. Back on top 14-10 on Sunday Night Football. Well, Julian Edelman caught a touchdown pass for New England's touchdown tonight. Hurt himself, dislocated or fractured the finger on the play. There it was. And since then, 3 bobbles and or drops, including this most recent one.
Now watch his right hand. The underneath hand is the one that he hurt. Doesn't even touch the football. And you don't often see Julian Edelman with those underhanded cradle catches. Here's another one just like it. And, oh, here we go.
And now you got an onside kick attempt. And that's muffed and juggled, loose at the 35-yard line. And the Patriots are going to have the football. Josh McDaniels taking a look into the scrum as well. At least the Patriots think they have it. They have one call saying we've got it.
I love this play because they have so many guys right here on the line of scrimmage. There's nobody right behind them.
Indianapolis player grab it. It is first down. Indianapolis. First down.
The Colts come up with the ball. Pat McAfee, who has done everything this year, tremendous kickoff guy, is able to put it in a spot where his team can get it. Punter extraordinaire. And the officials are gathering after announcing that the Colts have the ball.
It's underneath the Patriot player there, flying, but I don't think he ever quite had control of it.
The referee is saying that Moncrief, Dante Moncrief, who is number 10 in blue, is the man who came out with it. Well, he's got it there.
Not sure the officials realized.
Well, you see the ball squirt.
The Colts. Here comes the challenge flag.
Challenge flag now coming from the Colts sideline, meaning that they announced it as the Colts ball, but clearly they meant New England, and they have got a challenge from Pagano. Apart from that, not much going on here.
Indianapolis is challenging the ruling on the field of the recovery by New England.
All right, so they announced Indy had it. That was wrong. Now they say New England has it, and Pagano makes the challenge, and New York will take a peek. So we'll wait when we come back. Tony correct his score.
During the play, the ruling on the field stands with no clear recovery. First down, New England.
What they're basically saying is that there's not enough visual evidence to overturn it. Josh Klein is the guy at the bottom for New England, 67. Now there's the ball coming out. Then Moncrief comes up with it, comes away from the huddle. But when they looked at it, they said they didn't have the indisputable visual evidence, a clear recovery, and thus New England still has the ball at the 35-yard line. Brady dancing, has time, and runs out of time. Jonathan Newsom finally got to him. Secondary did its job, and then Newsom is able to come in and collect the sack.
Gronkowski on the crossing route, but it was really Newsom who went out in coverage and then came back in and still got the sack.
4-yard sack, second down and 14. To Lewis, and Lewis able to take off and come up about 3 yards short of the first flag comes in. Mike Adams made the tackle after the moment is a gain of 11.
I'll almost go fucking kick my dog's ass.
The Dallas Cowboys will tell you, you just reach for Dion Lewis, you're not sure what you're going to get. And I think it was Mike Adams who, quite by accident, grabbed that face mask, just trying to, as so many people have done, grasp at air.
Grabbing the face mask, defense number 29. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play and a first down.
We saw Dallas a week ago try and
shared
get down around the goal line, and there was about 6 guys that missed like that.
So it would have been a third down.
So I want everybody to chip in $5 a month
at the Colt 43-yard line. 10.5 to go in the half. Indianapolis up by 4.
Yeah, 30 gig share between the whole organization. We can purchase more of it.
And a stoppage. 4.
The question was on the enforcement of the penalty. The ball should have been moved up a half a yard.
All right, no timeout. I'm sort of with you, Bill.
So what's going on?
It's half a yard. What are we talking about?
Huh? It's okay. Good boy.
So that moves it to the
Good boy, Cooper.
42 and 3/16.
It's okay. Good boy, Cooper.
First down. Blunt.
Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. You're okay.
Takes the ball to the 38-yard line.
The Colts have basically remade this defensive line that had been run over in the past by LeGarrette Blount, and they have done a better job here tonight. Really, Zach Kerr was the only guy that was on this defensive line a year ago that came back, and he's inactive tonight. So it's the Henry Andersons and the David Perrys and the
Torrin, buddy.
Blankers in this one.
Second down and 6. Blunt again. Blunt runs to a big hole inside the 10. Chase down, too late. Touchdown, Patriots.
So much for that.
38 yards for a guy who has just killed the Colts in the last couple of seasons.
It's a play they love, bringing Shaq Mason around, and then watch Klein coming down here and getting this block. That time Blount, instead of following Shaq Mason, one of the most athletic guards they've ever had in New England, he ducked back inside, and it looked like D'Qwell Jackson just overran it a bit. There he goes again, though. It has been a nightmare for this team trying to tackle LeGarrette Blount.
The extra point is good. Blount, 5 attempts, 50 yards. TD here, back and forth. We go in this one, 17-14, Patriots. Sunday Night Football brought to you by Nissan, innovation that excites. By Bud Light, make the right call, drink responsibly. By FanDuel, the leader in one-week fantasy football. And by Fallout 4, available November the 10th. That is what they call deflate cake. You know, there's an over-under out there about how many times they say deflate cake tonight. Deflate cake, deflate cake, deflate cake, deflate 4. You win the over. People are crazy.
Yeah, they've got a lot of those sucking footballs around town, too. Oh, man.
So,
Laugh a little.
right, New England recovers the onside kick. And then cash in by going 65 yards in 4 plays. The Colts just killing, or the Patriots killing the Colts on the ground. The last 2 regular season games, 361 on the ground. Last 2 postseason games, 411 and 9 touchdowns, and a lot of that is Blunt, the last 2 postseason games. And then there was a guy named Jonas Gray, who last year came in here, ran for almost 200 yards, made the cover of Sports Illustrated, was late for a meeting the next week, and the next thing you know, gone. He can't this year, but he's in Miami right now. They brought Blunt back from Pittsburgh, and Belichick just, guys go, guys come back. They adjust like no other. Brady throws, and it's a short game. Kobe Fleener. You know what's interesting too, Chris, is that it's been Dion Lewis who's been starting the games, going 6 innings, and then the relief pitcher comes in, Blunt. But tonight, leave it to Belichick. Lewis hasn't carried the ball once, and Blunt has 5 carries.
Yeah, well, history has a little something to say about that as well. When a team struggles, and yeah, they're better along that defensive line, but there is a confidence with this Patriots offensive line, especially now with the injuries that they're going through at the tackle position. Why not go back to what has worked over the years, and certainly that has been LeGarrette Blunt.
2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Changeup from Moncrief, and he's able to slide by Butler to pick up the 1st down. Got right by the Super Bowl hero for a gain of 13.
Man coverage from extreme off position here, just going to shoot across there, and for Butler, just there was no way for him to catch up. And so what you're seeing now is a little bit of what we see the Patriots do so often. Try and get the ball out of Andrew Luck's hand and allow his playmakers to make runs after the catch.
From the 35-yard line. And exploiting that hole is Frank Gore. Into Patriot territory. Deron Harmon makes the tackle at the 47. Gain of 18.
Both guards very good here. Jack Buhort over here on the left side, and over here a double block on the part of Hugh Thornton, who came into the lineup about 3 weeks ago for the specific purpose of getting this running game going. They simply were not running the football, but Frank Gore now adding an edge with this new offensive line.
Gore, 6 carries, 55 yards. And Andrew Luck. Play action. Clean pocket. Down the sideline. Jump ball incomplete. Butler is there covering. T.Y. Hilton. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
One thing Andrew Luck talked about was our receivers have to be ready for contact at the line of scrimmage. Watch Malcolm Butler come over and get contact here on T.Y. Hilton and then just scramble to catch up. Does a nice job getting his head turned around. What Belichick tells us, no question about it, Malcolm Butler right now is our best cornerback.
Well, they had Darrelle Revis. He's gone. Browner's gone. Arrington's gone. And Butler, of course, was the man who will live forever in New England lore. The interception to seal the Super Bowl victory. That's the bump off to Frank Gore. And right there is making the tackle at the 35-yard line is Logan Ryan. 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Boy, did Logan Ryan have a good game a week ago against Dallas. Couple interceptions. Really has played a lot of that slot position for New England this year, which I think is one of the toughest positions in all of football. So he stepped up and done a nice job.
Third and 6. Luck. He'll take off. slides to a stop. First down at the 32-yard line.
The Colts were going to try and run one of these pick plays across here like that, but it ended up being a zone defense. Nice call by Matt Patricia to fool him. And so Luck, really with no choice, bad shoulder and all, had to take off. And that was a good choice there. He's not afraid, is he? He's a stout, proud guy, and he wanted to play in this game.
Number 1 overall pick in 2012 in his 4th season. Rolling, buying time, dumps it off over the right side to Jack Doyle, one of his 3 tight ends. He takes the ball to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. There's the 40-year-old Matt Hasselbeck. Came out of his sick bed to lead them to a Thursday night win a week and a half ago against Houston.
Yeah, he was so impressive. It would be hard to describe, and you wouldn't want us to describe the week that he had leading up to that. Let's just say he left the meetings a lot that week.
White 70!
Second down and 5 from the 29. And it's caught on the run, and that's Coby Fleener. Played at Stanford with Luck, who picks up the first down.
One of the things you love about Frank Gore is his ability to block. Watch him pick up the blitzing linebacker here and just stone him. Not even a step after that. Coby Fleener, who had such a big day this last November when they played against the Patriots here, 144 yards in that game on 7 catches. Coming up with a big one there.
Stuck in some puzzle like right at the beginning of the game.
Comes back in from the slot.
It's a rim rock too.
To the right side. Patiently works.
I don't know why they would put this in here just to frustrate me. So I just don't want to get any fun. I mean, I don't know.
Tony Corrente with the call.
Holding, offense number 62. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That's the center, Holmes, and cost him an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, just as Ninkovich here was trying to go for the play, watch the arm hook around the helmet of Ninkovich and pull him to the ground. Good call.
So Colin Holmes with the penalty for 15 remaining in the half. In a back and forth game. First down and 18 now. And Luck to the end zone, and a flag comes in. We're going to have interference here. Dorsett, the rookie, working with Devin McCourty.
They're going to call that a little bit of a force out, I would think. One-on-one, and McCourty, of course, a safety who used to be a cornerback.
Pass interference, defense number 32. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Well, that's the first foul on McCourty this year and last year as well. He did not have a single foul, but he has one here to set up a first down at the 8-yard line.
McCourty's going to try and just get underneath him and work his body to push him out of bounds, but the officials watch that closely. It's tough being a defensive back in this league.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. And Gore's going to get stuffed. And that's Jamie Collins, who's about as athletic as any defender at any position in the National Football League. Grew up in Mississippi. Was a quarterback in high school. Played every position and was a track star as well.
Jamie Collins, and talking to the Colts coaching staff, they said other than J.J. Watt, there is nobody in the NFL that we have to specifically game plan for than Jamie Collins. He can do anything. He can run over your back. He can cover your back. He can blitz. He is a fantastic player that came up huge in the game against Dallas.
Second down and goal from the 12-yard line. And throws, and that's caught, and the tackle is made at the 4. Dwayne Allen by Devin McCourty. So McCourty is able to save the touchdown. And it will be third down and goal.
One of the things that the Colts are doing here is what the Patriots Patriots do so often with Gronkowski. Just wait to get that right matchup. So you bring all those tight ends in, split them out wide, find out the matchup you like best, that time against the safety McCourty. And Patricia, I would think, likes that matchup typically, or else that one down.
Yeah, Patricia was able to send in 5 or 6 different defenders. Jack Doyle now splits out to the right side. And on 3rd down and goal, New England is going to take a timeout. Quarterback comparison this far tonight. Pretty close.
Two of the best. You know, it's kind of what you would expect out of this thing.
Yeah.
And it's been well played. I know that all this stuff coming into this game.
Put this shit
but when it got right down to it, it was 2 terrific football teams. Of course, the Colts have won 3 in a row.
So I'm just super derping, but you step on one button to open a door, and then the only place you can go to step on again is a button that closes the door.
Yeah, that was really interesting. That last sequence, Patricia sets 5 or 6 different defenders in, and then he sees how the Colts line up.
I wish, but as soon as I leave that pressure plate, I just step on the one that closes it.
And there's Chung.
That's gonna help.
He's trying to wave McCourty off. So guys come in, guys going, and they had to take the timeout to avoid the penalty. 3rd and goal now.
Ordinarily, you don't like the idea of having your quarterback with a bad shoulder run, but this is kind of one of those games that anything can happen in this one, and now they're going to go spread, so you might see Jamie Collins just spy Luck.
And Luck escapes the sack, fires over the middle, and it's T.Y. Hilton with his first touchdown of the season.
Jamie Collins was a spy on that play. Watch him follow Luck around. As soon as Luck broke out of the pocket, he had to react, and then it opened up the slot right in behind it for T.Y. Hilton. Tremendous play by Andrew Luck. Not many quarterbacks can find a receiver after making that move with Jamie Collins coming right down his throat. Tremendous. And he worked that throw around him, almost a 3/4 sidearm throw. Great play.
Hilton into the end zone for the first time this year. Vinatieri's extra point is good. Good game. Back and forth we go. 2.5 to go in the half. Colts back on top. 21-17 on Sunday Night Football. My lucky strike, stuck in a
Okay.
With NFL Mobile, you can watch local and primetime NFL games live on your smartphone. Log on to NFL.com/mobile. Find out all about it. Downtown Indianapolis, Indiana.
Now the Patriots have completely changed their kickoff return team now. They're not allowing another opportunity like that.
And McAfee's kick will bound through the end zone. Another player involved in what's taken place over the past 9 months, Ryan Grigson, who is the man who contacted the National Football League office about the possible underinflation of footballs, which led to you-know-what and 9 months of stuff. Remember, Tom Brady was initially suspended for the first 4 games of the season. That was overturned. Had that suspension, as you look at the ownership, the Kraft family of the Patriots, had the suspension not been overturned, this would have been Brady's first game back. Instead, he comes in 4-0 and a prime MVP candidate. From the 20. Brady escapes, and wide open is Amendola. And then Amendola takes it to the Indianapolis 45-yard line. Greg Toller finally lassos him after a gain of 35.
Amendola just working inside, and then once he comes back out, really the whole key to the play was Tom Brady sort of buying a little time. And as that zone defense got stretched, there were gaps that Amendola was able to take advantage of. But once again, now we hit on it a little bit earlier in the game, but the movement of Tom Brady, they're making some big plays now.
Takes us to the 2-minute warning. Colts by 4.
Oh, more puzzles. Well, I'm not gonna like this game.
Seattle win the game 5-0, and they're on Sunday night next week against Philadelphia. The Broncos, despite Peyton's 3 picks, stay undefeated. Tony and Rodney will weigh in on the first half, and it's been a really good half of football. 21-17. Patriots have it. They have one timeout at the disposal. The ball's at the 45-yard line. Toss back here. Lewis, who will go out of bounds at the 38.
Rob Gronkowski been a little lonely out there tonight. He has seen a lot of coverage. That's the only pass thrown to him in the first half, and you can see why. Guys running underneath, guys running over the top of him. And what we've seen is these pass rushers, the Robert Mathises and the Trent Coles, who are only used to rushing the passer, are dropping underneath those quick throws that the Brady and Edelmans and all those guys love so much. And it really has caused a bit of a disruption.
Second down and 2. And Brady throws behind Edelman. And we go to Michelle.
Well, Marcus Cannon, who started at left tackle tonight, remains questionable with a right toe injury. He had gone to the locker room. He's back out here with his shoes spatted. Had a conversation with Tom Brady. But there's really no sense that he's coming back in. He no longer is holding his helmet out.
Right. We see him, Michelle, and on the sideline, that's created Vollmer going to left tackle. It's created Cameron Fleming, who was activated this week, going to right tackle. And Brady now with a 3rd down and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
And Brady, that's caught, but not getting to the line to gain is Dion Lewis. Freeman makes the tackle, and that's going to set up a 4th and 1.
They had exactly what they wanted. They've got the star running back out here on the edge, and the ball was thrown slightly behind, but Freeman was able to catch up to that one. Really, Dion Lewis has to drive off the ball far enough to make sure he has that 1st down, and so here we go. So it's convert one, and now Brady's going to try one.
4th and 1 at the 36. The big horse Blunt is in the backfield, and Edelman spins around and then dives to pick up the 1st down. Julian Edelman, what a call by McDaniels, in motion, takes it, and then a spinorama around Walden to get the 1st down.
They did too good a job. That time both guys understood exactly what that was. Walden had it, DeQuell Jackson did it, and Julian Edelman just somehow made that work. That was dead to rights.
Ball to 34. Through the middle. Now this is exactly what New England tries to do. When they win the coin toss and they defer, 61 of the last 62 times, they defer. What Belichick loves to do is have the ball at the end of the 1st half and then get it again in the 2nd half. In effect, it's a double play. You're getting back-to-back possession. So they'll take as much time off the clock as they can here.
And nobody has made that work more than the New England Patriots have.
2nd down and 7. And they still have 1 timeout at their disposal. They're now just about in field goal range.
You're back.
And Brady's throw is incomplete as Dion Lewis could not hang on. 3rd and 7. The clock down to 33 seconds.
Pretty good pressure right there in the face. I think that was Mathis working against Cameron Fleming, the replacement tackle out there. Let's see if he can start to get something going, because now instead of always dropping, we're seeing a little more pressure out of the Colts.
3rd and 7. They send Gronkowski wide right.
Fleming is going to have Mathis again.
Brady fires over the middle. Edelman makes the catch. Flag is down, however, and Edelman staying on his feet, bumped down at the 12. Clock goes to 24. Flag is in the offensive backfield.
The hands of the face. Offense, number 76. With the jab, knocking the head down. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
And that's Sebastian Vollmer that takes them out of field goal range.
Remember, Sebastian Vollmer now forced to go to the left tackle position instead of his typical right tackle position. You see the hands to the face, maybe twice on the same play.
Ball will get spotted at the 41 of the Colts. So you'd be looking at a 59-yard field goal if they don't get another yard. Not that Gostowski couldn't do it, but I wouldn't count on it. 3rd and 17. Here's Amendola, and Amendola will put him in much better range to the 22 and pick up the 1st down as well. And Brady says, let's get up there and spike it and save the timeout, but the timeout has already been taken.
That looked like an avalanche coming at them. Watch this screen setup here as they get off to this side, and now they've got, I mean, there's 5 guys out in front of that thing. So defensively, you knew it had to be something like that. Boy, that is painful to give up one of those in that situation.
Edelman, good block ball to 22. Look at that again. That's a convoy. Brady, meanwhile, is 14 to 23. He's already thrown for 201 yards.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more screens, because the Colts keep dropping so many people into coverage, and when they do that, it's so easy to get a Dion Lewis out in space to try and get behind those big offensive linemen. I would expect to see more of that if the Colts stay zone.
Patriots out of timeouts. Clock was 17 seconds. He uses the middle. He can still spike it. Instead, he's going to go deep and incomplete. Flag is thrown, though. Toller with Keyshawn Martin. Flag down at the 10.
They will probably call this illegal contact, but the ball was in the air when that contact occurred. So if they're calling illegal contact,
pass interference.
Yes, sir.
Defense
That's exactly right.
The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul and an automatic first down.
Well officiated there. Contact right out here, well beyond 5 yards, obviously. There's the contact, and the ball was in the air. Nice job by the officials, and now a big play for the Pats.
Yeah, you can see the ball in the frame. Pass interference. Now at the 7. 12 seconds. Brady to the back of the end zone. Flag down, but caught anyway. Scott Chandler. And you're going to get offensive pass interference. So the ex-Buffalo Bill was pushing off. Brady barking at the official. Back it'll come, and they'll have to settle for a field goal.
Offense, number 88. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Probably not needed. Scott Chandler is 6'7", going up against Toller. There's some bumping. Yep. You can see he kind of had his hand on the face mask there and just sort of kept him from jumping himself right there. There was plenty of contact all the way through this play. This game is starting to shape up almost exactly how we thought it might.
Well, a lot of people thought it might be like 24-0 at the half. Instead, it's probably going to be a 1-point game. This is a 35-yard field goal for Stephen Gostkowski. And so Belichick will try to do it again in the first half with a possession and a score, and then get the ball again. We talked about the fact he always defers when he wins the coin toss, double whamming. They've done it 14 times since 2009, scoring on the final possession of the half and again after receiving the second half kickoff. The only time he ever took the ball was on a rainy day in Cincinnati a few years ago. Apart from that, we defer, and it's worked brilliantly.
You know what was the biggest play of this half, with all those big plays in the half, is the fact that Dante Moncrief, who probably did recover that onside kick, was not awarded the ball because you didn't have the conclusive look at it. But you can imagine if they had recovered that, what this half might have looked like. Really an excellent half by the Colts. As you said, there were a lot of people with the way the Patriots have been playing this year that thought this one was going to be a blowout. The Indianapolis Colts have matched any emotion that the Patriots brought into this house.
Yeah. Patriots big favorites, big road favorites coming into the game. It's a 1-point game. And this will be a touchback, so one more probable kneel down from the 20-yard line. The teams will go to the locker room.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a really good game. Really good game. You know, and for Andrew Luck, he had such a tough start, but they were against two really tough defenses that he started this season against the Jets and the Bills, and really never got it going until the fourth quarter against Tennessee.
And so a back and forth first half, teams exchanging the leads. Brady still arguing that call with a side judge. Pass get the second half kickoff. Halftime 21-20 Indianapolis.
I'm back.
Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Coming in tonight, quite honestly, for many of us, the question was, how large would the Patriots' margin of victory be? Instead, at the half, albeit by the slightest of margins, it's Indianapolis on top, 21-20. Let's check in with Dan and the guys.
Thank you, Bob, with Rodney Harrison, of course, the former Patriot. Tony Dungy, former Colts head coach here. First half observations. Where do you want to start?
Well, I love what the Colts are doing. They're staying aggressive. They're going forward on 4th and 1, onside kicks. But in the second half, if I'm Andrew Luck, don't even think about running the football. The Patriots cornerbacks are average. Attack them. Pass the ball 25 times if you have to.
And both defensive coordinators are afraid to blitz because they don't think they can cover the opponent's man-to-man. So somebody is going to have to find a pass rusher who can beat one-on-one blocking, and whoever does that is going to win this game.
And I know Tom Brady loves Edelman, but Gronk has to get involved. And he didn't have any catches in the first half.
Well, what about running the football? We saw LeGarrette Blount with the touchdown run. Do you stay with the run game?
Well, but Rodney says the pickings are so easy in the passing game. I think both quarterbacks go with your hot guy. Let him win the game for you.
Time now for the pick six, the 6 top plays we think you'll be talking about tomorrow. Speaking of picks, Peyton had 3 more picks today, but when Denver needed a big score, he found Emmanuel Sanders for the 75-yard score.
And Dan, it doesn't look great, but they're 6-0 going into the bye week, and I tell you, he's going to make corrections off this.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get more explosive plays like this the second half of the season.
The Jets are quietly 4-1, and they got a showdown with the Patriots in Foxborough next week. Beat the Redskins today.
Brandon Marshall's been huge, but they're running the football, and Todd Wilson has them playing sound, fundamental football.
Landry Jones came in for an injured Michael Vick, who had come in for an injured Ben Roethlisberger a couple of weeks earlier. He threw 2 touchdown passes to Martavis Bryant.
Yeah, he's been in the system. They can open up the playbook, and he looked really comfortable, coach, behind that offensive line.
I agree with you, Rodney. I would stay with Landry Jones until Ben gets back.
Vick out with a hamstring injury. The Bengals stayed perfect going into the bye week. Marvin Jones, big day. They beat Buffalo.
Yeah, every week it's a different player. Last week it was Tyler Eifert. This week it was Marvin Jones.
34-21 the final. Phillip Rivers threw for over 500 yards, but the Packers D stepped up when it needed to.
They really did, and the Packers won without a huge game from Aaron Rodgers and the offense. I think that is a good sign for the Pack.
They go into a bye week. Panthers, they're undefeated. They beat Seattle. The Seahawks, 4 fourth-quarter leads. 4 fourth-quarter losses. Another breakdown in that secondary, Rodney.
I know they have a new defensive coordinator, and you see the big plays, you see the miscommunications, but they have 2 all-pro safeties, and it's up to Earl Thomas or Cam to take control of that defense, make the call. We saw the game-winning touchdown by Greg Olsen. You got one guy to stop, Greg Olsen, when you watch on film. One legitimate weapon, and you let him go right up the field. The miscommunication, there's no excuse for that.
The other problem for Seattle, they aren't running the ball to protect the lead either.
They got a little help because Arizona lost to Pittsburgh. Coming up, more on Week 6 in the NFL, but first, sometimes just being able to watch the game on Sunday is the victory, as these guys are about to show us.
Various notes here before the second half commences. Earlier today in Kansas, as the round of 12 in NASCAR's playoffs continued, Joey Logano drove to his 2nd straight victory and 5th overall for the season. Next up is the always unpredictable Talladega, as Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and 9 others race to secure their spots in the round of 8. That race is Sunday at noon Eastern on NBCSN. Meanwhile, back in the NFL, Carolina, as you just saw, won today
at Seattle, making believers by the week now. And next week on Sunday Night Football, they're at home against the Eagles. The Packers had their hands full at Lambeau with the Chargers, but their victory took them to 6-0. And while the Broncos had to go to overtime in Cleveland to do it, they too are 6-0. Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and their teammates all have next week off. So the Packers and Broncos will each come into their Sunday night meeting in 2 weeks on NBC with perfect 6-0 records. Coming up on the Today Show, do you really know what's in your food? All this week, the Today team shows you how to make the foods you love to eat more like the foods you should eat. It's a special series this week on Today. In Indianapolis, the Colts lead the Pats 21-20 at the half. Alan Chris back after this.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places. Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by the Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverado, high-strength steel for high-strength dependability.
21-20 Indianapolis at halftime. What's taking place over the first half tonight? Plenty. Tom Brady, 201 yards. interception that was returned by Adams for a touchdown was his first pick of the season. Andrew Luck playing for the first time in 3 weeks. You saw his numbers. Gronkowski has been thrown to only once, and he's been shut out to this point. Mike Adams has now picked Brady off 3 times in his career. Twice last year and once tonight. It was 7-0 Indy, then it was 10-7 New England as the second half begins. And it was 14-10 Indianapolis, 17-14 New England. Indy took the lead by 4, and then it's 1 at the half. Quarterbacks, Rick.
2 great quarterbacks, and they put on a show right away. This 4th down throw, huge to get the Colts out of the gate, and then Tom Brady showing off a little bit of his mobility. He really created some nice offense. The 1 turnover the first half, completely not Brady's fault. Edelman just unable to hold on to that one. And now watch the spy of Jamie Collins underneath. And Andrew Luck keeps his eyes up the field and zips one in. Tremendous first half, great quarterback play.
New England with the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Brady, very clean pocket. And they start with the first down here. Danny Amendola. That's a gain of 11 yards.
One thing you just don't see a lot of is to see these guys dropping their pass rushers underneath in coverage. But they're trying to take away all those in cuts that the New England Patriots beat everybody with. So they're trying to have somebody inside and sort of inviting that to the outside now. And maybe Brady has found something here to start it early.
The running back is Blunt. Playford avoids the sack, fires, caught. Scott Chandler over the middle. Chandler, who was whistled for the pass interference, the offensive pass interference, that cost himself a touchdown at the end of the half, gain of 25.
Pressure's going to come around the edge one more time. Watch how calmly Brady steps up, gets underneath Trent Cole, and makes yet another play. We have seen Tom Brady, and one of the differences in this game so far for him on offense is his extending plays within the pocket and able to find guys down the field.
One of the things that he worked on, he told us in the offseason, he finds something every year to work on. 16 years, and that's what he concentrated on in the offseason this year. LeGarrette Blount, gain of 1.
Yeah, so many times the Patriots want to pull those guards out in front of plays, but if they get tripped up, they can just stymie the running back trying to make a move. That time, as Jackson came across, he got pushed in the backfield.
Second down and 9. Again, no Cannon in the game, the left tackle. You got Vollmer and Fleming as your 2 tackles. And this is Lewis taking it to the 40-yard line, only his 2nd carry of the night.
But once again, for the Patriots, once they get in this 3rd and 5 range, it's when they feel comfortable. So when you get those 3rd down runs, you see opportunity now for Tom Brady.
Third down and 6. Brady goes to the right side, and finally it's Gronkowski. So a very quick look to the left, and then Gronkowski makes his first catch of the night.
Dwight Lowry is the guy that they thought was the best option for them to cover Gronkowski. He's a former cornerback, and yet he's a big, strong guy, about 215 pounds. And you see him playing off.
Without the turns.
Most teams feel like that if you go up
and
be
fast with your attacks.
Gronkowski, it is to his advantage. So they're playing off of him and trying to react up.
Which is weird. I can't cue anything up. I press buttons and just do it on the keyboard. I didn't feel like it.
Play clock at 1 as Brady gets the snap.
Like on hockey, to the weapons, but it's always like you have to right click on weapons.
Lewis, 8 of about 5. We go to
Well, Colts safety Mike Adams is not on the field, questionable with a hamstring injury. He had that interception of Tom Brady in the first half. He is on the sideline, a towel around his neck, just looking very frustrated, wishing he were out there, Al.
It's a big loss, Michelle. Colt Anderson is a great special teams guy. Anderson is in the game now in Adams' spot. 2nd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. To Blunt over the middle. You couldn't hold him down much longer. Gronkowski for the touchdown. Sooner or later.
I can't even tell you what happened on that coverage. Completely blown. There's nobody in here. I don't know if DeQuell Jackson was supposed to drop underneath that, but had absolutely no chance to Dwight Lowry. Just blown. That's just a blown coverage.
So Gronkowski shut out until then. Adams out of the game. We mentioned that. Lost there. Key guy in the secondary. Gronkowski catches his first 2 passes of the game. And again, the Patriots pull off that scoring at the end of the first half and scoring to begin the second half. Back-to-back possessions. Extra point by Gostowski is good. And about 4 minutes into the 3rd quarter, another lead change. This time it's the Patriots on top by 6.
This is Sunday night.
Gronkowski targeted just once in the first half. You take a look at him through the years. When he plays, they average almost 33 points a game. Highest average for any player who's played a minimum of 50 games. Vitamin T. Smith, the LA Rams back in the late 40s and early 50s, would be the next highest. I thought we'd talk about old Vitamin T. Sunday night.
That would be a good nickname these days.
Touchback here. Let's go to Michelle.
I talked to Chuck Pagano at halftime. He likes what Andrew Luck's done, saying he's done pretty good, darn good for a guy who hasn't played for a couple of weeks. But as if he knew that the Patriots could come out and score quickly, he said, we have been here before with the Patriots. This time we have to finish. Now, an update on Marcus Cannon, the left tackle for the Patriots. He's been downgraded to out with that left toe injury, Al, that had him questionable in the first half.
All right, thank you, Michelle. So it'll still be Vollmer and Fleming. And the Patriots are used to it. Mixing and matching and pasting and gluing. From the 20-yard line. Bucks' first play is knocked away at the line of scrimmage. It's Jamie Collins. with the batted ball, 2nd down and 10.
Jamie Collins is just so nimble. So many times his change of direction almost looks like the way a cornerback would do it. Just reading the eyes of Andrew Luck and knocking that one away. I will say, though, that the one guy in this Colts offense that had a really nice first half was Anthony Costanzo playing against Chandler Jones. That's a tough matchup, and he's handled it well.
Slings one to the outside, but it's a bouncing ball intended for Hilton.
Here's a little look at that matchup. Anthony Costanzo and Chandler Jones, who is probably their best pure pass rusher on the team, and those two guys have been going at it. Costanzo's gotten a nice hefty raise for doing exactly what you're seeing on the screen. And really, for the most part, Andrew Luck has been pretty comfortable tonight. His backs have done a nice job blocking, and when he has gotten some pressure, he's escaped and nice plays out of it.
You know, the offensive lineman's having a good night when he can't remember calling the name of the guy he's playing against. 3rd down and 10. And that's caught by Moncrief, and he's out of bounds, though, at the 28-yard line. Malcolm Butler made sure he went no